Well, not really. As I said in the post-match presentation also, what we told ourselves was the first hour we'll look to get wickets, because not to forget, if you don't get wickets in the first hour and the more runs they add on, it means, you'll get less time to chase them. But, the bowlers bowled really well and we were able to get a number of wickets. We got them all out before the lunch session. So that gave us an opportunity to chase down the target, that was scored. No, we never started thinking it will be a draw. As I said, it was the first hour, that would really suggest as to what happens, how the course of the day will be, designed by the batsman. And as I said, it was very important to get wickets in the first half. And we were able to do that, in the first hour of the first session. And that really changed the game for us. We were able to put pressure on the opposition batsmen. We tried to create a bit of panic, and I think most of the batsmen, we were able to put pressure on them. So I think that was one of the main reasons why we were successful in the first session. Well, if you see most of our dismissals, it happened at the wrong time. When some kind of a partnership was going on, we lost a wicket, and then again the pressure was back on us, and again we were able to develop a few more partnership, but we kept losing wickets at the you can say at the wrong time, because it was the wicket, it was a bit different in the sense most of the batsmen who got out, were the ones who were playing shots, so it was, I won't say very easy, but it was quite easy to stay on the wicket, but it was difficult to score runs. So, a few of us thought maybe if we can rotate and look for those singles, it will become a bit easy as the game progresses, but, that really went to the fielder, so we are back under pressure. So I don't think it's really one dismissal that you can say was the turning point, but it was a good game of cricket at the end of the day. Well, frankly, I don't know what really happened. It started to turn in the morning, till yesterday evening everything was fine. It was among the flattest wicket. I'm seriously saying, I'm not joking, but something happened in the morning and it started to turn, and most of us thought it will be a draw, but somehow turned into a tie. It was a close game, than what the scorebook suggests. Well, especially I think this wicket, if you see the first 3 or 4 days, especially losing the toss doesn't really help, and they had to really flight the ball to get some kind of a turn or purchase out of the wicket. And the West Indian batsmen, most of them were not using their feet, which meant they couldn't afford to do that. So I think the first 2 wickets that he took on the first day were the really good ones, and after that, of course, he had to work hard. Both the spinners did a very good job for us. Not to forget, first time ever, our over rate in all the 3 games was plus 15, plus 19, and some big numbers. I hope it gets carried on. But I think it was hard work. What I would like to see is, wickets, what we played on the 5th day wicket. I want the wickets to turn like that from the very first day, because, that's when you sense a bit of panic to the opposition dressing room. And of course, at the same time, you are under pressure to perform, and that's what, makes it interesting. I don't know when was the last time we really played on a wicket that was really turning square. The last time when we played at CCI, maybe it was turning, but as I said, it was always the morning session where it turned a bit extra and there was bounce for the spinners. But as the game progressed, there was not much there also. So I'm hoping that we stick to our kind of wickets, and it should turn from the very first day, which doesn't make the toss very important. Yeah, it looks like a very good side, especially in the last 3 games. If you say Umesh and Varun, they have played games, and what we have seen is they can bowl quick, and they must have learned a lot, out of these games. And at the same time, the spinners have done well. Our batting order remains the same. It's the full strength when it comes to the batting order. So looks like a good side, and hopefully we'll do well. Well, again, there'll come a time when a few of our senior players will retire, and all of a sudden you don't want youngsters to replace them. In the same way, when the youngster makes his debut, Ashwin has played 3 test matches, Oja has played close to 5 or 6 test matches. So, no point putting them under pressure by saying, will they able to get as many wickets as Anil Kumble did or Harbhajan Singh did. So, at the moment, just look at them. I think they bowled well. They were able to put pressure, and when there was nothing for them, they were still able to they didn't let the opposition score freely. Most of the wickets, I don't think there was much turn for them, so they had to keep it tight at the same time. So overall, very happy with the kind of bowling they did throughout the series.